Howdy, y'all. This is Proverbs 26 in the ASV, March 26, 2023. As snow in summer and as rain in harvest, so honor is not seemly for a fool. As the sparrow in her wandering and the swallow in her flying, so the curse that is causeless alighteth not. A whip for the horse and a bridle for the ass, and a rod for the back of fools. Answer not a fool according to his folly, lest thou also be like unto him. Answer a fool according to his folly, lest he be wise in his own conceit. He that sendeth a message by the hand of a fool cutteth off his own feet, and drinketh in damage. The legs of the lame hang loose, so is a parable in the mouth of fools. As one that bindeth a stone in a sling, so is he that giveth honor to a fool. As a thorn that goeth up into the hand of a drunkard, so is a parable in the mouth of fools. As an archer that woundeth all, so is he that hireth a fool, and he that hireth them that pass by. As a dog returneth to his vomit, so is a fool that repeateth his own folly. Seest thou a man wise in his own conceit? There is more hope for a fool than of him. The sluggard saith, There's a lion in the way, a lion in the streets. As the door turneth on its hinges, so doth the sluggard turn upon his bed. The sluggard bury his hand in the dish, and it wearieth him to bring it again to his mouth. The sluggard is wise in his own conceit than 7 men that can render a reason. He that passeth by and vexeth himself with strife belonging not to him is like one that taketh the dog by the ears. As a madman who casteth firebrands, arrows, and death, so is the man that deceiveth his neighbor and saith, Am not I in sport? For lack of a wood the fire goeth out, and where there is no whisper, contention ceaseth. As coals are to hot embers and wood to fire, so is a contentious man to inflame strife. The words of a whisperer are as dainty morsels, and they go down in the innermost parts. Fervent lips and a wicked heart are like an earthen vessel overlaid with silver dross. He that hateth disassembleth with his lips, but he layeth up deceit within him. When he speaketh fair, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart. Though his hatred cover itself with guile, his wickedness shall be openly showed before the assembly. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it shall return upon him. A lying tongue hateth those whom it hath wounded, and a flattering mouth worketh ruin. Don't do wrong, come back on you. Again, talking about the power of life and death, and like what you do with yourself, what you do with your tongue. I just like this imagery a lot, and I've said, I think it was last month, if we're worried about curses or somebody's putting hex on us, a lot of witches these days. A sparrow in her wandering, another translation said her flitting, and the swallow in her flying. So a curse that is causeless alighteth not. Just don't worry about it. If you don't deserve it, if there's no cause, if you didn't give cause for it, then don't worry about it. Trust in the Lord and just don't even worry about it. And there's something rhythmic and poetic to me about this. A whip for the horse and a bridle for the ass and a rod for the back of fools. Everything needs discipline, according to its ability. And if we care for it and we want the best for it, that's what we got to do. So I don't know what was going on today. This is like the 7th time I've recorded this. The Bible app does not want to cooperate and give me the proper translation. I know it because this one, there should be like eths and aths and things like that, and it wasn't. So I finally got it in. I read the whole translation, realized that it switched back on me. So phone was too hot earlier in the day and died. Like I said, this is like 7th time recording this. So there's something here that I'm supposed to be listening to and getting, or maybe it's for somebody else. For the very few people watching these videos, maybe there's something here for you. So I hope you listen to it. All month I've been laughing to myself about it's the one that bindeth a stone in a sling, so is he that giveth honor to a fool. Don't give flowers to people that don't deserve it. But I've been laughing about the imagery, tying a stone to the sling, and you let it go to let the stone go, but if the stone don't go, then it just whips back around and cracks you in the head because it's tied to it. Discipline yourself with your pay. It's like the stupid tax, right? Do stupid things, get stupid prizes. Let's just hear about who we honor and, calling out what a fool is, or at least how fools act and their fate. I do think it's interesting. It's like, don't hire drunkards and drifters. It's interesting because we often think about it a little differently as Christians, right? Like, oh, I'm doing charity. I'm giving them some money to get this work done. But it sounds like by having them around, it does more harm than good. So, and then the seest thou man wise in his own conceit, there's more hope for a fool than from him. The other one, further down, how about, a fool sees himself right in his own eyes despite 7 people that can give an answer. It just sounds like a whole lot of podcast and conversation and things like that. So, nobody to judge. Actually, I heard today, I am somebody to judge, not just me, but as Christians, we are called to judge by the biblical criteria laid out. We can judge in righteousness. We should do so in love and righteousness and have the proper yardstick, which is laid out in the Word, not our preferences. But, yeah, I heard that today, and I thought that was interesting. So, I don't know. I don't know. Don't know what else I can say here. Don't giveth your honor to a fool. And the other thing is with the Proverbs, right? So a thorn in the hand of a drunkard. You got a thorny branch and they're waving it around because they got a proverb and they're trying to make you feel bad and wound you. That's what it says. Like a proverb in the mouth of a fool, it's like their legs hanging limp. Again, don't worry about it. Just let it go. There's a lot of criticism these days. Everybody's real tolerant until it's the Christian worldview or somebody that's following Jesus, and then like, ooh, no. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Love people. Like Tim Ross said, I've been trying to do the clip, but I'm missing just the 2 pieces to make it right. It's like, theologically, we may disagree, but I love you. That's it. So, take care of each other. Sorry to do this in the dark. I'm on my way home to see the kiddos for a little while, take a break from work, and upload these videos, and then back to the grind. Be diligent. Be blessed.